Hello folks, so in this video I wanted to talk about working hard, right? There are some interesting things I've noticed about working hard and putting in a lot of effort. And of course, like not just putting in effort simply, and instead putting in effort and improving also, right? So, but working hard is key, and putting in effort is key. And if you're someone who puts a lot of efforts and works very hard and is also improving, awesome. It's okay if you're not improving, but at some point you have to start trying to improve, and while you work hard, and while you put in a lot of efforts, right? Improving at some point is important so that you can get better and not just keep being at the same place while working really hard, right? But hard work is cool. It's a habit. It's also an important thing and habit, and a character to build, a skill to build, and putting in a lot of effort is also a skill to build. So and focus and stuff like that. So let me talk about what I have actually learned from people, right? So when I go for, so I was in a startup previously. I'm still in a startup actually, a bigger startup though, which has a bit more money. But previously I was in an early stage startup, and my current startup is actually not early stage, but it's a startup, yeah. I was in an early stage startup called Togai, and I was working with really smart minds. And one of the co-founders, who is Arvind Sriram, SA is what we called him. Basically, it's Sriram and then Arvind. So SA. SA was the short form, right? His short name, nickname of sorts. So SA was pretty cool, right? He's very, very smart. He's very knowledgeable. He's very, very wise. There's a difference between being wise and being knowledgeable. Like a lot of people are wise. Um, a lot of people are knowledgeable. They have a lot of knowledge, but they don't apply their knowledge. They say stuff or they give advice and whatnot, but they don't follow their advice and whatnot, or follow what they know, or apply what they know. But people like SA are like very knowledgeable, very wise. They apply their knowledge and they are very smart, right? And they're geniuses. Right? So there's one thing being smart. They're geniuses and very hardworking people. And SA has a track record working in. He has worked in a bank, I think Citibank, and then Amazon. He worked really hard. He got high pay raises because he worked hard in Citibank. He got a high pay raise when he moved to Amazon actually. When he was working hard in Citibank, he didn't get much pay raise, I think. I can't remember exactly the story, but a very hardworking person. He has gone through different things in his life, and he studied in IIT Madras and all for his masters, I think, and then he worked in Citibank and then Amazon, and then finally moved on to, I think, can't remember where else, and then finally he started out on his own startup with one of his friends. So SA was me and SA and so many more people actually, our CTO also Tolkapian. We all went to my college to actually recruit people, right? SSN, my college. We also went to IIT. So these are two colleges we went to actually to recruit people for Togo. From IIT we recruited only one person. When we went to SSN, so from IIT I didn't go for the interview part. I just went for the test part, the first initial test, coding test. And then, so this is a tech company. Roge is a tech company, and we were looking for software engineers. So it was an interview. It was a coding test, software development. So you need to know coding. So programming, coding. So this was the IIT one. I went to the coding test, and that's all. But SSN, it was a one-day thing. IIT was 2 different days, and I couldn't go the second day for the other day for the interview. So I don't know how it happened and all, how many people they interviewed and how it happened. But we finally got only one person from IIT. Viber is the name. Very smart guy, very hardworking guy. Very cool guy, actually, very silent, calm guy. Um, but I doubt he wants his name to be mentioned here. I don't know. Anyways, he works in Toge. Now Toge got acquired by Zora, and we went to SSN, which is Shiva Subramanian Nadar College in Chennai. So I think it's Shiva Subramaniam, I don't know, Shiva Subramania Nadar College. I will say that SSN. It's by the HCL company owners. Shiva Subramanian Nadar, his college, Shiv Nadar College or whatever. They also have a university on the HCL company owner. So the college is known for it's high standards, and they don't really ask for bribes or money to actually admit people. At least this was when I joined the college. That's what I know. But later I think the things changed. I don't know. I'm not sure. But so when we went for recruitments in this college, this was in 2022, I think. Yes, 2023, 2022 end was when I joined them. So 2023 start, I believe, or 2022 end. I can't remember exactly when. So we went for recruitment. So this was a one-day thing where we finished the coding test and we also do the interviews, and then we finally finalize on who all we are planning to recruit. I think it was just one full day, that's all. So we finished the coding test, and in the coding test some people actually did some malpractice and all, some copy paste and all, and we had a proof also, because the platform we used, it actually did a recording of people coding. Whenever they're coding on the platform, it will record what is going on. So if you can see in the whole video of the recording, one person's video, there was no code at some point. Suddenly there was a lot of code. Either it's possible that they copy pasted from the internet, or they copy pasted from the text editor where they actually coded it. But it is not supposed to be like that. The exam is supposed to be done only on that platform and not supposed to go out of that platform from the browser, out of the browser. But anyways, as from what I remember, that's how it is. So that's why they do the video recording, so that they know if you're doing some malpractice and something like cheating and all. So but then finally we got all the people. We decided to move and pass, and say that, hey, you scored well, you passed the first round of coding test. Even some people who did malpractice, I think, or I don't know, some people, my colleagues were like, see, someone did malpractice for sure, and should we really check them out? One of the things that came up was this, right? So when this came up, we were also noticing the GPA of people, right? Even if they scored less or something, apart from this, the coding test. So usually a lot of companies, they're just looking at the coding test. Aravind Sriram was also, the essay basically was looking at the GPA also, the scores and all. We were like, why are you looking at the scores? And the most important thing, he said, what? This person has scored really well. They have actually worked against the system, against the system as in the system is hard, but they have worked with it, and they have worked in the system, and they have worked very hard in the system, say the college system in this case, and they have worked very hard for this exam, say the college exams, and gotten GPAs, right? Somehow, right? I don't think malpractice is so easy or common in all college exams. So most final year, final exams and all, are going to be a bit harder, right, to do malpractice. So, and not everyone, even if many people do malpractice, they can't get really high scores and all, right? I doubt it. So not everyone can do that. They have to be really, really smart at cheating and doing malpractice and really pros in it. But anyways, so this person who did some malpractice or who wasn't great, I can't remember what, but we were looking at the GPAs of people, and SA was looking at it. So he said, see, I want to see that this person works hard. It doesn't matter what it is. In this case, GPA. I don't think he said exactly this, but His idea being, it doesn't matter what it is, he's looking at hard work. In this case, hard work in actually learning for a college exam and getting a high GPA, right? In 9 pointer and all that, out of 10, which is hard, right? So he was looking at hard work and he was like, see, I want hardworking people, that's all. Doesn't matter where they are. So, like, he wants hardworking people. Like any company, of course, wants hardworking people, people who put in a lot of hard work, a lot of effort, and of course, improve also. And keep improving, keep getting better at something, keep bettering themselves, improving themselves. Right? So he was like, it's fine if it's this system, say college system with college exams, if they got 9 pointer, it means they worked really hard to get this, right? Not everyone can get it, which shows that they put in that hard work. Not everyone put in the hard work. It's not easy. It's not like everyone is getting 9 pointers out of 10. So it's pretty cool stuff. So if you can actually show hard work in general to someone, that's going to be cool. If they're smart, they're going to actually, if they're smart, wise, and knowledgeable, they're going to actually value your hard work, no matter where you put in the hard work. They'll know that if you want to do something, if you want to achieve something, you'll put in the hard work. Or at least like you're interested in achieving something or doing something, you will put in the hard work. Of course, if you're not interested, you won't, but at least there is some, if you have some track record of showing that you have worked hard, pretty cool stuff. So yesterday someone was asking me, how do I stand out, right? Like I was trying to mentor someone, helping someone with, mentoring with their job search, their career and work options, and like they were asking me what do I do. They had a lot of ideas, they were pretty wise and all. They're asking what do I do and how do I stand out. I really didn't have a proper answer. I'm still going to actually learn more about this. But one basic thing is a lot of people don't put in enough hard work or don't put in enough effort, don't keep improving themselves or bettering themselves and all. They don't keep getting better at things. Instead, they just put in hard work maybe. That itself is a great thing. But everyone who's looking at that hard work, they also want to see you that you're succeeding because of that hard work. Right? You're improving. If you stay at the same place and just put in the hard work and don't improve yourself, that's not going to help. So put in the hard work, focus on improving little bit every day or every whatever time, and so that you can get better. And the hard work is actually going to pay you, and it will pay off because you're improving, right? So like I could say, one thing I could say is this, right? Like, do things that most people don't do, or like which is hard to do, or like I was telling this person that I call this as taking advantage of the behavior of the majority, or taking advantage of the majority's behavior, which is majority people are not putting in hard work, majority people are not putting in effort, majority people are not actually improving themselves every day, majority people are not learning every day. You can do that to actually stand out, right? And to prove that you actually are doing that, have some proof. For example, this was software development. Yesterday I was mentoring this person about software development. In software development, for example, two of my colleagues are talking to each other. One of them had actually put out their software, their code, program code that they developed and programmed in college on this online platform called GitHub, which is a platform to actually store source code, program code, software code, apart from many other things, and doing discussions and social networking and all. And the other colleague was like, did you really do this? This is of course possible, right? Because this is just virtual stuff, digital stuff. Anyone can copy some source code from somewhere and then from someone and then put it and say that this is mine. How do you prove that this is yours, right? So what can you do? Like for example, how do you prove that this is a code that you wrote? And for example, in many companies you work, all of the software that you write is supposed to be private. Many companies, it's supposed to be private. You can't actually make it public and say, hey, this part of the code, I wrote it, right? And you can't show the whole code also, and you can't show your part of the code also. It's illegal in most companies. All the source code, all the program code is private. Now, how do you prove that you did some work? You wrote some code, you did some work, you led a team and whatnot. How do you prove that? you talk about your work, right? You talk about whatever is legal, like whatever is allowed to be spoken about, you talk about it. Whatever is confidential, you can't do anything about it because you will get into legal issues. People will come at you and be like, why did you tell this and whatnot. You, and of course, don't be offensive and all in your videos, or like talk about it and talk about it publicly, right? On say platforms like LinkedIn, write about it, make videos about it. And if you are into coding, um, do live coding, do YouTube live, LinkedIn live, or take a video, record your video wherein you are being seen, a camera in front of you, and your face is shown, and you're talking your thoughts, you're saying out your thoughts, and you're coding a problem, say whatever problem, right? Any software problem, or if you're solving all this competitive programming problems, which is a common thing these days that people do for interviews. There are platforms like lead code. So if you're doing a lead code problem or whatever, talk about it live on the recording, and let the camera look at you, and you're talking it out, and you're thinking it out and thinking out loud. These are some of the stuff that interviewers also expect in an interview. Like they want you to think out loud so that they understand your thought process. So if someone can actually, and then you can put these videos, if it is YouTube live, it will already go live on its own. If you're recording and then putting it online on YouTube or any platform, LinkedIn and whatnot, someone can actually go and see and be like, okay, this person actually did some coding, and you can actually see them doing it live. You can randomly look at some video, you can put out hundreds of videos of you coding and you struggling through problems, and how you go about debugging issues, how you go about fixing your problems, right? So prove your work, talk about your work, talk about what you have done, what you have learned. Say if it's not coding which you can show, let's say your leadership skills, talk about your learnings, talk about what happened, context, maybe just a little bit context, not too much stuff, because some things are confidential and whatnot. Some things go beyond boundaries. You can't tell everything that someone says to you, for example, without their permission. In many cases, especially in a professional environment, it can become a legal issue also if they are your boss and all, or if they are your colleague and all. So try to understand that, and try to just take the core learnings and give just enough context so that you can actually talk about the learning, and talk about the context so that it makes sense. Like it's not like this just happened, or it's not like this is a learning. Like very generic statements don't make sense. Putting context to it, giving some context and saying this is what happened, this is the case, and this is why I did this and whatnot, this is what I learned from this is a great experience, this wasn't a great experience, this is good for the company, this is not good for the company is going in this direction and whatnot. Whatever you can think of and understand, and if you think you can't tell that it's your company, then talk about it in general, like as if it's some company, or like you thought of it, or your friend said something, instead of saying it's my company and I am just saying it. No, maybe your friend, you can just lie that your friend said something. Like basically just talk about the learning, right? The idea is to tell out what you understand from your learnings, to what you experienced from your learnings, what you experienced in general, your leadership, your career experience, your work experience. By the way, there's a difference between what is career and work. And then work and jobs, similar mostly I think, but some people have definitions for that. But of course it's all subjective, but there are some proper definitions for career and work, and they're different. It's not same or similar, but yeah. So work hard and show that you work hard. Have some proof. A lot of people don't try to do this though. For example, I've actually recommended a lot of people to write blog posts and all. So when I asked people to write blogs, to write about their learnings, they were like, I don't need this. They just use their words and in interviews to be able to say that, hey, I did this in my previous company. And other person probably just believes, and they ask questions and they understand that this person knows what they're doing. But I basically believe in like proof, and it's also nice to put out content out there, your learnings and your experiences and all that. So if you can just show that, hey, this is the work that I've done, this is what I know, this is what I've learned, this is what I've experienced in life, at work, and I do work hard. I do hard work. I code and whatnot. Or I work hard by say, I don't know, by doing some stuff every day, say going to the gym, or I work hard by say, I don't know, like mentoring people apart from my job, mentoring people outside of my job, or I do hard work by learning some stuff, or I do hard work by putting out videos, let's say, by YouTube videos, or by writing blog posts and things like that. If you can show you have skills and you work hard, you put in effort, and you keep improving, that's pretty cool stuff. You can actually stand out. So people notice hard work. So that's something that you need to understand. And it doesn't matter where you work hard or where that hard work goes into. It can be your college exam. Some people say college exams, the grades don't matter. Actually, for wise people, it's not the grades, it's the hard work that matters, and that shows up in your grades. So if you have really high grades, it shows that you worked hard, which is a great thing that people look at. And they're like, okay, this person is a hardworking person, they've worked hard to get these grades, very high grades, so let's just hire this person. Right? They've put in efforts, that's all awesome, great. So yeah, I mean, so work hard, work really hard, and try to work hard on whatever you can. If you're in school, work hard, the hard work will show in your grades. If you're in college, work hard work and all that. Somewhere, work hard, like say, if you're into sports, work hard. Somehow show your hard work, and that will pay off in the future to show to someone that you're a hardworking person. Because just words don't really matter. Simply saying I'm a very hardworking person, I work really hard and whatnot. No. Simply saying I'm a leader, I know how to be a leader, I have leadership skills. No one's gonna just simply believe your words, or simply put it on your resume. No one's gonna believe it. If you say I keep learning every day, no one's gonna believe it. If you have some proof to show it, yeah. Even all these software code and whatnot, anyone can copy paste. Even blog posts, people can copy paste, use AI. But can people actually use AI to create videos of you with different backgrounds and whatnot, and with different ideas and different content? Maybe yeah, but how easy or hard it is, I don't know. Maybe people worked hard to do that also. So people worked hard to do that also probably. So even that is kind of hard work, but most probably they did create the real video and whatnot. And most probably they did take a real video of themselves coding with them in front of the camera and talking, thinking out loud and coding, and they're coding, the code being shown along with themselves in the coding screen and all that. So yeah, I mean, that is proof enough to show that you're learning every day. It's not easy to actually replicate that or cheat there and whatnot, spoof there and whatnot, though AI can be used for it. But say you put hundreds of videos, say you put thousands of videos, say you put 2,000 videos, 3,000, 5,000 videos. Did you spend a lot of money in AI, in AI to create 5,000 videos, different videos of you coding, of you talking about leadership skills, of you working hard, and did you pay a lot of money to actually get false certificates of you working hard, wherein the false certificate shows that you got high grades in college and school and whatnot? Like it's going to show up later. If you see it all these in all these cases, it's going to show up later at work or wherever you are hired or considered for, because you're a hardworking person and all. Somewhere they're going to find out that okay, this person is not really hardworking, unless you basically you faked it till then, okay, but you either you make it till you fake it, like either you make it after that. But if you fake always, at some point some wise smart people are going to find out, and they're going to be like, okay, whatever we judged was all wrong. Like the whole say the videos that you say you paid money and you use AI to create say thousands, 5,000s of videos, You paid money to get false certificates to show that you got high grades, so you worked hard and whatnot. And you paid writers or AI to write your blog posts and whatnot. Like at some point, it's gonna show, unless you use AI and all of this other people to actually also do your work, given you have that much money. But then, if you have that much money, uh, who is paying you? Maybe some investors. I don't know. Anyways, as long as you can get work done, and as long as you can keep your people happy, say your investors or your bosses, this is at work. But in general, like, as long as you can keep someone happy who thinks that you're working hard, and you are working hard somehow, either directly or indirectly, say through someone or something, say AI agents and all, maybe it's okay, I don't know. But till then, you will have to work hard until you have other people working hard for you, or other things, say AI agents working hard for you. um, till then you will have to work hard. And if you have lots of money to do, pay other people and other agents, AI agents and whatnot, well, that's a good skill. That's also a great skill to have. You worked hard really to get that skill and gain that skill, and find out how to make other people work for you and other things, say AI agents work for you. That's also a skill. So even if other people find out or don't find out, as long as you can get work done, a lot of people just want to get work done. So maybe that's also hard work, and being very wise and smart and knowledgeable. Cool. So yeah, that's all I had for this video. That's what I wanted to talk about, the whole hard working and stuff. Yeah, that's all I had for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.